Hey guys, good morning. Good morning on this wonderful Sunday morning. おはようございます、皆さん。日曜の朝なのにわざわざお迎えいただきありがとうございました。Well, as always, I am Kamishiro Taishi, a translator, and we are here to get cracking on Chapter 2 of Volume 5 of Secret Org. And thank you for coming to watch. And let's get started. 早速始めたいと思います。So yesterday was chapter 1. Not much happened in chapter 1, except for Sag was just basically dying from the pain. But finally, we've got our super SSR Esper. So this is an old man, and let's see what kind of old man this old man is, because I think you will like it. I think you will like it. This author has a way of making really funny characters. I mean, if you want, you can guess in the chat. You can try guessing in the chat what kind of old man this is. But all right, let's get started. 超能力覚醒後1週間かけて念入りに行った調査の結果、貴重な空間系能力者の経歴が明らかになった。As a result of my... So, 念入り。いやー、さすが right off the bat. we have a doozer.So, 念入り, right? It means carefully, conscientiously, deliberate. So, like, so, 念入りな調査. So, thorough investigation, right? You know what? Let's finish this sentence, then I'll finish my thought. As a result of my thorough investigation over the whole week after our precious space-related Esper. Kukanke space time. As a result of my thorough investigation of our precious space-type Esper over the entire week after his awakening, I now had a pretty good grasp on the kind of person that he was. Okay, so when we go back, we can do all the rest, the other stuff first, right? So as a result of my thorough investigation, this part is 念入りに行った調査の結果, right? 結果 result, 調査 investigation, and then 念入り is the thorough. 貴重な空間系能力者の経歴. So we didn't go for a straightforward one because 経歴 means here personal history, a career, but this whole thing is talking more about just his career. We're not Sago is not just looking for this guy's resume. He's not like you worked here, you did this, you graduated this at the top of your class. No, he's talking about the whole thing, like the whole person. So we sort of generalized it a little bit. That's what we're doing. And so as a result of, right? As a result of is not in the Japanese, but we do need this in English. My bad. It is in kekka, result. There it is. So again, this is a sentence that was, sort of mixed around, shuffled around, quite a bit. 超能力者、超能力覚醒後 is entire week after his awakening. So we shifted it around a lot, but that's normal. That's part of the course. No, what we need to talk about is 念入り, right? Because as you see, 念入り normally means, well, like thorough or careful, scrupulous. But 念, don't know if you guys recognize this. That's telekinesis. So, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Incorporate this into this, basically. Am I thorough? Yeah, telekinetic. Let's see if we can find any synonyms for telekinetic. You know, always, last sort of resort, we can always just go thorough telekinetic investigation. But that's not as, funny. What? What's a teak? What? Let's see. Seconds. Supernatural, paranormal, metaphysical, transcendental. Slightly interested in this one. Maybe not this one. Definitely not that one. Immaterial, stargazing, out of body. No, that doesn't mean thorough. Otherworldly. No, that's a bit too much. Unnatural. Numinous. Wow. Yeah, I think we might do that. I mean, I would examine it again afterwards in post, but I think that sort of contains, that sort of can do the double meaning. So like it's just very, very thorough investigation, or it could also mean just like not normal investigation because he's using telekinesis. There we go. Happy thoughts. 狭間空重75歳は度胸老人である。大手種苗会社の部長職を辞して久しく老後のセカンドライフを大田区のタワーマンション、大森フロンティアタワーのを中心に営んでいる。営む。狭間Sorashige was at 75 years of age and old man. Was an old man, specifically 75 years old, who was living by himself. The thing with age is, in Japanese, they can just do this, right? They can just name, age, and then wa, and then like just talk about the person. As in, this is sort of like extra information for the person. But in English, we can't really do that unless if we do like parentheses, right? Hazama, Sora, Shige, 75. So, was blah 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 blah. Excuse me. So this is the format that is being used in this Japanese sentence, but we can't really do this in English, at least not in prose, not in normal writing. Normal writing, do your best to avoid parentheses. Sometimes there are parentheses in the source text also. When that happens, more times than not, it is your job as a translator to take the information out of the parentheses and include that into the sentence in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's not the same sentence, you could stuff that information into an other sentence, like a sentence before, sentence after, whatever. But normally, parentheses, we don't like to include parentheses. That's just the way it is. Sometimes there is absolutely no choice, as in there is just nowhere to put that information. Maybe the sentences before and the sentences after are already moving on to something else. They're already talking about something else, and you only have this specific sentence to work with, and it just doesn't fit anywhere because of grammar, because of whatever. In that case, whatever it is, yeah. But normally, if possible, you would want to take the information out of the parentheses. So this is no-go. So then normally, sort of one way that you could do this in English is with the em dashes. You can put unrelated information within em dashes. So that's a trick that you can take home. Technically, that could also work. Hazama, a 75-year-old man. But in this case, it becomes a bit repetitive because the information that is at the end of the sentence is that he is living by himself. Technically, this makes grammatical sense, but it's not as good as a first introduction sentence. You know, you would want to be like, Hazama was living by, Hazama was living by himself sounds like you had a sentence before that sort of introduced Hazama, you know. So it's that's a good suggestion, but it's, I don't really know how to explain it, but just a little bit off. But anyways, there we go. 大手種苗会社. So what's a seedling company? 種苗会社. Is that a thing? Seedling company in Uganda. What? A seed company. Is that a thing? Clover Seed Company. Who is the best seed company? What is a seed company? No, that's investing, which is something else entirely. Produce and sell seeds. Okay, so it is a seed company. Wow. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. Holy crap. Okay. All right. Well, he worked in a seed company. He was a bucho. He was a director or department head. Let's call him a department head. You know, there's always no telling with these sort of titles. Here you see it says chief of or director of a section or department. So you never know if you're supposed to make it chief, director, or head. Department head, department chief, department director. You just go whatever. Yeah. Farmers have to get their seeds from somewhere. That is true. That is true, I suppose. Don't they get their own seeds from what they plant, though? I mean, I don't know how planting works. I mean, like, when I eat, say, a papaya, there's lots of seeds that's in the papaya. I mean, I throw them away, but don't farmers use those seeds? Well, okay, fair enough. They would have to eat the papaya to get the seeds. Fair enough. That's an interesting point. I've never actually thought of where farmers get their seeds from. Well, okay. 部長職を辞して久しく、he had retired from his position as department head at a major seed company long ago and was now enjoying his second life, so-called second life, living in Omori Frontier Tower, a tower mansion. So tower mansion, it just says tower mansion. It sounds like tower mansion, right? This is a gairaigo. This is waseigo. The Japanese took this word, but we don't actually call it tower mansion in English. A high-rise condominium. Let's do that. High-rise condominium in Ota City. You would think so, but for most modern crops, the seeds that grow generally won't produce as fruitful of a crop, and sometimes they are unable to grow again. And I think they also have contracts. Wow, really? So the seeds suck more than the product itself? Okay, that's something I've never thought about. I would imagine that the seed grows exactly what it was. Wow. Okay, this is getting into botany, man. This is getting into botany. How do you know so much about this stuff? Wow. Okay, today I learned. 妻は4年前に他界。His wife had died, basically. So, 他界 is like a nicer or more tactful way of saying died. Passed away. There we go. Passed away is better than died. Passed away. 4 years prior. 息子と孫は沖縄に住んでいるため気軽に会えず、顔を合わせるのが正月ぐらいらしい。His son and grand. 孫は男なの女の子なの。孫 is grandchild. Grandchild. And grandchild. See, is it grandchild or grandchildren? No idea. It never says in the source text. Because that's just how Japanese works. Yay. I grew up in a rural area and I had a job that was tracking seed purchases for companies like Monsanto. So pretty much a course. Wow, so you actually have experience? Wow. Nice. What a coincidence. Nice. His son and grandchild lived in Okinawa. As his son and could not see them 気軽に he could not see them easily, readily. 気軽に casually. He cannot see them without reserve. He saw them pretty much only during the New Year's. So we killed a bit of the information here because it was repetitive enough. So 住んでいるため because they were living in Okinawa, he cannot meet them readily. The only time when he can meet them is during the New Year's. So because meat, so you know, we ate up this part, we killed this part. 狭間さんのパッと見の外見は老木という印象を受ける。狭間 appearance was at first glance similar to that of an old tree. 75歳なら無理もないことだが、顔も腹も全身シワシワのシミだらけ。So, shimi is a bit different here. Shimi usually means stained, but obviously we're talking about the old man's body. He is not stained. Those are liver spots, probably. So, it couldn't be helped. I feel like this doesn't belong here. Couldn't be helped. We will need to rephrase this. As he was 75 years old, but every part of his body, including his face and stomach, was all wrinkly and covered with liver spots. Yes, liver spots. It couldn't be helped as he was 75 years old. Couldn't be helped. Can't be helped. Can we get a better one of this? It was unavoidable. There we go. Unavoidable. Yeah. Alright. There we go. 手足はいつもプルプル震えていて、これは本体性心線という老人によくある症状らしい。His arms and legs were almost constantly shaking. Okay, parentheses. We have parentheses right after I said so much shit about parentheses. Due to a symptom called essential tremor. That was apparently common. Quite common among the elderly. I'm never sure what to do with with commas after M dashes. I might just screw you, me from 15 minutes ago. I'm putting parentheses here. So his sense of taste was dulled He had a dull, feel like his sense of taste. Parkinson's. It's not like Parkinson's. My grandma also has it. Essential tremor. Elderly. Let's see. Okay, I know that it happens in Parkinson's. But it's not necessarily Parkinson's. Like my grandma has it. She's like almost nearing her 90s now. She doesn't have Parkinson's. Like her health checkups are absolutely fine. But like when she like uses her chopsticks and whatever, like her hand shakes. Movement disorder. Cleveland Clinic. To watch for. Fear the worst. What? When it occurs, pretty much all the time. Oh my god! Now I'm just doing research. Now I'm not translating. I'm just doing research. Some tremors brought in families. We don't know. Grandma is the only person her age. Triggers. There's no triggers. It's just always shaking. Drugs. I don't think she needs drugs. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happened? I don't know. I don't think there's a problem. Now I'm worried. I'm very worried. Oh dear. Moving on. 味覚は年相応に鈍っている。Sense of taste. Sense of taste. Dull. Elderly. Loss of taste. He had lost quite a bit of his sense of taste, as was also common among the elderly. Ooh, nope, there are only two things here. There are only two things that we cannot use a comma. We probably have to use and. But in this case, we have two of this. Let's see if we can combine it. That's the problem with looking up stuff in a medical dictionary. Yeah, it scares you to death, man. That's why I usually don't do it. Nah. Let's not think about it now. He's lost quite a bit. How about let's switch the order of the two things that is in this list. He's lost quite a bit of his sense of taste. He had past tense impaired taste, and his arms and legs were almost constantly shaking. almost constantly shaking in a symptom called essential tremor. That's both of which were are we gonna we can kill the name essential tremor, right? But he had impaired taste and his arms and legs were almost constantly shaking, both symptoms which were quite common among the elderly. Right. And then we can make a footnote of this. Yes. Called essential tremor. Yes. That's what we'll do. Yeah. Throw it into the footnote. As common for his advanced age, he had tremors in his limbs and a dull sense of taste. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. As common for his advanced age. You know, I would take that. He had tremors in his limbs and a dull sense of taste. And then this footnote can go here. Beautiful. Wonderful. Where was I? しかし、老木ではあっても枯れ木ではない。However, old tree he might be, but a dead tree he was not. Underneath, シワが寄ってたるんだ皮膚の下には筋肉が隠れ、背筋がしっかり伸びて足取りも迷いがない。His wrinkled skin was hard muscles. There were muscles underneath his wrinkled skin and his 背筋. Like the way he sits, right? He sits very straight. His back is straight, right? And his back was as straight as a rod. Wrinkled skin, his back was straight as a rod, because this is a sentence, so we have to do this. And there was no hesitation in his steps. オールバックに整えた白髪はたっぷりと豊かだが、これは植毛効果である。ベージュのスーツをゆるくこなし、杖を持ってのんびり散歩する様子は同心詞という言葉を連想させる。 his whites. He had a wealth of white hair slicked back, but this was the result of hair transplantation. So not a wig, hair transplantation. That's a thing, isn't it? Why don't everyone just do it? Why do people wear wigs instead of getting hair transplantation? Wig versus hair transplant. A wig can achieve better hair coverage and density than a hair transplant. Ah. Can only transplant what is available in the patient's donor area. I see. So if you're entirely bald, you cannot transplant. You cannot transplant anymore, huh? I see. I hope I don't have to worry about this for quite a while longer. But all due to transplantation. It is. I'm more in the company of get over it. People become bald as they age. To be honest, I think so too. Honestly, yeah. Like, I'd rather just go bald instead of thinning, though, to be honest. ベージュのスーツをゆるく着こなし、杖を持ってのんびり散歩する様子。The sight of him slowly taking walks with his staff, with his walking stick, and in his beige suits, holding his walking stick, seemed like the very picture of an elderly gentleman. Yeah, just start shaving the top of your head. Yeah. You know what? I will share this. Right now, my hair is like 5 cm. I think I have 5 cm of hair right now. Because listen to this. I can't be bothered with my hair. I honestly cannot be bothered with my hair. Like gelling it and like styling it, I cannot be bothered. So usually I just cut like a lot of it. Partly is also because then I don't have to go to the barber again that often. Usually I cut a lot of it, but the problem is, I memorized the name of the style, but not how short it is. And I went to a different barber the other day, and then I just said the name of the style, and they were like, "Just tell me how long you want remaining." And I had no idea. I had the faintest idea, and I was dead tired that day, for some reason. And then I just said 1 mm. Fucking hell. I don't know what came over me. I said 1 mm. So I was practically bald after that thing. Practically. It was so weird. So dumb. Two or 3 cm. Yeah. Because hair is annoying. Why? It's so I don't need that much hair. It's hot in Hong Kong. It's already hot. It's March and it's already hot. I don't need that much hair. And I stay home all day anyways. I don't meet people. So screw it. Moving on. 特別に目を引く容姿でも服装でもないが、こんな追い方ができたらかっこいいなと思わせる素敵なおじいちゃんだ。外見は。Yes, I'm so glad that we are able to get to this part. There was nothing particular of note about his appearance or fashion style, but generally he seemed like a nice old man who'd make you think, I want to be like him when I grow old. That was, or at least, in appearance. Or so you think. Gaiken means appearance. So the thing is, there's a twist. There's always a twist. There's always a twist with secret or characters. But his appearance is fine. Let's see. There was nothing particular of note about his appearance or fashion. Generally, he seems like a nice old man who'd make you think, I want to be like him when I grow old. かっこいいな。It would be cool if I could be like him when I grow old. If I went to the barber, I'll probably just have to ask for them to do what they think is best because I have no idea. Say, man. Honestly, man. I don't know why, but this makes me think of the old master from history, strongest disciple Kenji. Oh my god. That series. Ages ago. I loved it. Who's the old master? There were many masters, right? I remember there's the karate guy and then there's the kempo guy. Which one? Oh my god, I remember all these so much. Oh, I loved it. It was such a good series. Oh, this guy, huh? This guy. Oh, right. Freaking Zeus. Hasama probably doesn't have that much hair if he's transplanting. Probably not just like a magnificent beard. This is freaking amazing. But no, and there are no wrinkles. But yes, something like that. Something like that. You know what? Let's keep that. Let's keep this. 調べていて分かったが、実なところ、ハサマさんはとんでもない見えっ張りだった。Through my investigations, I learned that Hasama-san was actually an incredibly ostentatious person. Is that the right word? Is that the word I want? Yes. He is an ostentatious person. See, this is where things go off the rails. This is the twist with this character. 2LDK で4000万円もするアホほど高いタワーマンションに住んでいるのも完全に見えだ。Living in a high-rise condominium in a 2LDK property worth 4000万円. So man is, I hate counting. I hate counting with man. I just can't. 4000万, I think that's 40 million, right? Worth. So yen, 40 million. In a high-rise condominium was almost entirely for show. Entirely for show. There was just far too much space for one person living. Alone, and he was even using one of the rooms as a garbage room. So bad. 客が入る部屋は洒落た、観葉植物を飾り、ピアノをこれ見よがしに配置し、大画面プラズマテレビを添え付け、掃除も欠かさないのだが、見えない場所はいい加減なのだ。In the places where guests could see, he had fancy, what was decorative plants and a giant plasma screen TV. He had fancy decorative plants, a giant plasma TV. He was extremely thorough in cleaning these places, but paid almost zero attention, but made almost zero effort everywhere else. Everywhere else. Yeah. Well, this was a huge left turn. Yes. I love this guy. This guy is so bad. This guy is so bad. Obviously, I can't get through all of it today, but this guy is so bad. And that's what makes it hilarious. Let's see if we can finish this part within the next 10 minutes. Let's do this. And then you'll know more how bad this is. 住居だけではない. This was not only for his place of residence. Not only for his residence. This was the same for things beyond his residence. Not only. The same for things other than his residence. Let's do that. 2000万円のドイツ製高級車は普段は尺にしまい込まれ、埃をかぶっている。He had a 20 million German import car that was normally just sitting in the garage gathering dust. But right before he went out to meet friends, he would polish the car and purposely make 軽い傷 minor scratches on the finish to make it look like he often drove it all around the place. He's keying his own car. This old man is keying his own car on purpose. Oh my god. 天の岩戸には来たことがないが、いくつかの高級ナンバーのゴールド会員で、テレビでたまに見るような有名人の何人かともそこそこ親交があり。He had yet to visit 天の岩戸 but he did hold gold membership at several expensive bars. 高級なバー high class bars. Do you call it high class bars? High class bar. Burr shop. What? How do you have a high class barber shop? What the hell? High class bar. There are 5 types of bar. Okay. Top secret, best, vibrant. I'm just gonna call it a high class bar. I don't know. He was also acquainted with quite a number of people famous enough to appear on TV. And if acquainted enough with quite a number of people famous enough that they would invite them out for a drink if they happened to bump into each other. 一方で自宅では一滴もアルコールも飲まない。On the other hand, contrary, 一方で let's see. On the other hand, meanwhile, in turn. Let's see on the other hand. On the other hand, he did not have a single drop of never drank a single drop inside his house. In fact, he didn't even like alcohol. He was frequenting the bars entirely for show. Also, again, it was entirely for show that he was frequenting such establishments. Okay, this sounds a little bit stiff. We might think about it again in post, but I'm glad I got this far. We don't have enough time to do the rest to finish this whole block, but I am pretty satisfied with having been able to get to the twist. This is the twist. It gets worse. Trust me, it gets much worse from here. This is a hilarious character. So, as always, the chapter will go up on the website next Saturday. So look forward to it. Just definitely look forward to it. Definitely gonna be hilarious. And so yeah, there it is. Thank you for watching. And I wish that you have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah. Bye, guys.